When real intimacy grows in lovers, they start becoming like brothers and sisters. This makes my day. What is special in brother and sister relationship? What was there that was lacking in love relationship? When real intimacy grows in lovers, they start becoming like brothers and sisters. What is special in brother and sister relationship? What was there that was lacking in love relationship? Do any of the readings suggest that?
It says,
I suspected.
when two lovers become really intimate, when they don't have any secrets from each other, when they're really open to each other, when they're not afraid of each other, not hiding anything from each other, that is intimacy. When they can say each and everything without any fear that the other will be offended or hurt. If the lovers think the other will be offended, then the intimacy is not yet enough. Then it is a kind of arrangement which can be broken by anything. But when two lovers start feeling that there is nothing to hide and everything can be said, and the trust has come to such a depth where even if you don't say it to the other is going to know. Then they start becoming one. Then they start becoming more like brother and sister.
Wish we had brothers and sisters who were so open to each other. So you get the euphemism. You get what is being communicated. It is not as if real lovers become like brothers and sisters. Total openness to each other. That is what is central. The author is just using the brother-sister relationship as symbolic of that total openness. Mostly that total openness does not exist in any relationship. Be it brother-sister, mother-daughter, father-daughter, sister-sister, anything. The question is, what is lacking in a love relationship that later on the love relationship must graduate to a brother-sister relationship? What you usually call as a love relationship is founded on lies. It is founded on images and appearances that you not only hold of the other, but that which the other has often taken care to meticulously cultivate and convey. In fact, you hardly ever lie more to anybody than you lie to your so-called lover in the initial days of love. What do we call as love? Falling for things that appear. Body appears, behavior appears, wealth appears, beauty appears, knowledge appears, achievement appears. That is what we call as love, right? If there were not these things that appear, would you ever love anybody? If the body does not appear, what would you love? If the achievements and knowledge and wisdom do not appear, what would you love? You love appearances, and the other also knows that. He knows that he will get all the benefits of your so-called love only when your appearances are attractive. So it is obvious that both of you will take good care to enhance your appearances. That is the lie that I am talking of. That is why ordinary love starts with lies and ends in frustration, because your lies are bound to be exposed someday. That is why lovers often complain to each other, "You are not the one I loved. You have changed. You were someone else in the beginning of the relationship. Now you have turned into someone else." The foolish ones do not know that the ones that they are now seeing are exactly the ones that they always have been. It is not as if the fellow has now changed into someone else. It is only now that the fellow is showing his real colors. It is not as if truth has turned into falseness. What you are now seeing is the fact. What you were initially seeing was a deception. And why are you so surprised? Was the deception unilateral? Were you also not parallelly deceiving the other? Maybe. All that was happening subconsciously. But nevertheless, it was happening. Now why do you complain? That is the thing with a love relationship. You are afraid of losing the other. You are so dependent on the other that you dare not show your real face to the other. Like any other ambitious mind, even in love, you target something bigger than yourself. That is what ambition does. It takes itself as small and says, "Let me now target something that is big enough to make me big." So the one that you are trying to lure into your love trap is bound to be someone that you have selected as bigger than yourself. And if it is bigger than yourself, at least in your eyes, then the catch is pricey, then the catch is precious. If the catch is precious, would you want to lose the catch just because of certain cheap things like truth? The catch is so precious, and truth is so obvious and common. Am I so stupid that I will sacrifice my catch to truth? So I better dress up nicely on the eve of the date. I better boost up my credentials. I better put my best foot forward. I better come across as someone who is titillating to the senses, as someone that I really am not, as someone who is worthy of being attracted to. Later on, of course, the lies would be exposed. But who bothers? By that time, there would be a lot of investment in the relationship from both sides. So even though it would be known that both have cheated each other, yet nobody would be in a position to withdraw from the relationship. That is how all marriages work, don't they? After a point, both of them know what is going on. But by that time, both are fat and not in a position to really run away. And if they run away, there are a couple of kids to hold their pants. And pull them back. That is why nobody ever frustrates you more than your lover. Nobody knows your insides better than your lover. Nobody knows your lies more deeply than your lover. All the others have been stopped at your decorated gates. Only the lover has been allowed entry right till the stinking core. So he knows. He knows better than the garlanded gates. In fact, in another very distorted sense, old couples start looking like brothers and sisters. But that is not the sense in which the author of these lines is using the brother-sister relationship. If you really look closely at men and women who have been with each other since a few decades, they actually start resembling each other. The reason is they eat the same food, they breathe in the same air, they sleep on the same bed, they share the same chaos, they worship the same deities. So actually they start looking like each other. Their voices, their habits, their temperaments, even their bodies. It would not be unusual to find a fat couple, fat on both sides. That helps to maintain a balance. Otherwise the bike might tilt. And the car would need more frequent alignments of the tires. You know that, right? If one side is made to bear more weight than the other, then there is uneven load on the tires. Their habits also become the same, their choices become the same. They actually become brothers and sisters. They anyway can't have sex anymore. It is not in that sense that the brother-sister relationship is being talked of. Brother and sister in the sense of childlike brother and childlike sister. Like a 5-year-old brother with a 3-year-old sister. Actually, even that is too advanced an age. Children get conditioned far before the age of 5. But still, for the purpose of the example, 5 and 3 are appropriate. So the brother goes and whispers to the sister, "See what I have just pinched for you. Mama won't even know that the apple is missing from the fridge now." And the sister giggles. The sister won't go and tell upon him. Oh, sometimes she does. She goes and tells on the brother. And even then the brother keeps on disclosing all his secrets to the sister. and so does the sister. The sister would come, you know what? The bed is wet again. Don't tell mama. Now the brother would do whatever he can. And he does some really inventive stuff to dry out the bed. Ultimately, both of them get scolded. That is another matter. That innocence, that is the elixir of any real relationship. Where you know that you are not quite being judged. That which can be judged is only such a small part of the relationship. The relationship is heart to heart. The mind can be judged, the body can be judged, skills can be judged, actions can be judged, performance can be judged, acquisitions can be judged, achievements can be judged. But the relationship is anyway not dependent on all those things. The relationship is heart to heart. And the heart is too big to be judged. So one is then not afraid of judgments. One can then go and bear himself. It is like two billionaires telling each other of the small losses that they might have faced or the small gains that they might have had. Nothing changes the relationship. The two were friends and equals, and one has gained 100 rupees and the other has lost 100 rupees. They are still friends and equals because they are billionaires anyway. That which can be judged is such a small part of the relationship. That which can rise and fall is so insignificant in the relationship. But when the relationship itself is founded on the insignificant, then you are bound to hide. If the relationship is founded on how pretty you look, then you have to lie about your appearances. Then you have to keep wearing makeup. If the relationship is founded on money, and you very well know that if you fall short of money, then the relationship is going to suffer, then you are not going to be able to disclose your financial losses to your man or woman. If the relationship is founded on expectations, then you will not be able to simply tell the other that you will not be able to fulfill his or her expectations. The relationship must be founded on something that is so very beyond, that is so very immense, that daily events, little happenings, gains and losses can be taken as largely inconsequential. The relationship must be of a nature in which you can come and tell of your gravest faults and your deepest losses to the other and still be assured that you would be met with the highest respect. If you know that your respect is contingent on your actions, achievements, then the relationship would merely be a cause of suffering to both the parties.